What is going on? Welcome everyone. You are live at the gathering point. We're looking at some hot glass, dripping into a mold, just checking it out, seeing what it does. We got Jacob in the house.
Whoa. Pretty cool looking down in there.
Here we go, here we go.
Hello over there.
I'm watching. We got Chris.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the gathering point.
Oliver.
Howdy, howdy.
Jacob, and tonight we got a little bit different tech going on. We'll share that with you shortly.
All right.
So I got a nice gather of molten glass on the end of the pipe here, guys. And I've added some purple onto it, some beautiful hyacinth, transparent. And I'm going to be making a top to a compote, which is kind of like a traditional low candy dish, which is a perfect piece to make for the holiday season because everybody puts candy dishes out. I get to hear myself in the background, but hey, if you're not putting candy out, you might be putting nuts out. Sometimes people put nuts out in bowls too, so this little compote would be real nice for nuts.
Yes, good old-fashioned nuts, folks. Holiday nuts.
What color did you end up picking?
Of nuts, colored nuts.
No, what color did you end up picking?
I picked a purple hyacinth, deep
Yeah,
purple.
you did say that.
And I'm going to be dusting the cracks of the optic mold with a white because those two colors really look nice together. And if I get a little vortex action with those optics, it'll be really nice to have a air trap stem, which is a great traditional Venetian style stem. That's a cool technique to show you guys.
Yeah, Carrie, actually, one of our amazing customers, asked about the style of air trap and cup stem. So we decided we wanted to show this one off on the show. We're also going to do some other pretty cool technical glass blowing a little bit later on. We've got some pretty sweet featured holiday items. And we're not really doing anything too holiday themed here, except for we're going to be working with some signature cane in a little bit. Doing something pretty fancy. I'm excited for that.
Signature cane.
What is signature cane?
Yeah. It sounds like a show.
It's the kind of signature cane that you sign your name in a signature.
Signature.
There.
It's candy cane that just says Jacob over and over and over again.
So Chris has some purple on there, and he went and he dusted the cracks, like he said, with white. Now he's going to give it the optic swirl. Looks like you're going for the back and forth, or you're going full swirler.
I'm going to go full swirler.
Right?
I just knew that I had a little bit of a tight bubble in there, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't have a chance to close up when I got ready to twist it. So I knew I was thinking ahead about having Oliver blow in it right when I start twisting it. So get ready, Oliver.
I'm here. I'm ready.
But
I know what's going on.
I'm talking like this.
Use it preemptively.
Yeah, get your lips ready.
Yeah. Well, we got the crew here, folks. We got a beautiful situation going on. I'm going to handle the camera here because you got Chris on the pipe. You got Oliver blowing into the pipe. This is the gathering point.
That's
Here we got Amy over here filling in for Beth. Like a champion or a big custom coat for I don't know if you link it. Back here we got these guys. There they are. That's Morgan. You guys might know. There's Robin. You guys might know Lucy as well. She's in town for Thanks of Givings. And that's the team. That's the squad. This is the gathering point. Beautiful day. We had a 3-hour show last week. Now we're back to our regular 2-hour special. And get back to the business here. Oh, that looks like blue. Twist stitch we got.
blow lightly, Oliver. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Looking like some kind of peppermint special.
It is. It matches the season.
Get the neckline in there. You know it's being made upside down to start.
'Tis the season.
The body of this combo is going to be for textural bubble trap stem. If you are watching the comments, folks, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, let us know what the deal is. You can interpret that any way you like. If you want to know what the deal is, let us know.
I was going to say, what is the deal?
I'm using
Deal.
a little centrifugal force and gravity here, guys, to get that bubble to drop back into a low compote shape. Oliver, blow lightly. Good. This is looking real nice. So I think what I'm going to have Oliver do up a little bit is just keep this nice and warm for me while I go ahead and make the stem, and then we'll trade up and I'll have you bring the stem and drop it for me, okay?
You got it.
Why can't we hear Jake?
It's real important to keep that on dead center, so try not to overheat it, Oliver.
Just keep it perfect, he says.
Dead center. I don't think you could hear me because my mic wasn't on, folks. So I was really just testing my vocal cords and all those 350 words I said over the last like 5 minutes.
The main thing is, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, tell us what the deal is.
Yeah.
What's the deal going on with you?
I did ask, what's the deal? Interpret it how you like, folks. We want to know. That could be where you're watching from. It could be what you're doing right now. It could be what you did last night. We want to know what you're doing for Thanksgiving. We want to know what the deal is. Chris is going to show us the deal with a bubble trap here. He's got our Slim Boy jacks. These are my ornament making jacks right here. They're rounded, super pointy. You could take out somebody's eyeball with those, but that's not the point. We got a nice juicy hot gather here, and watch how he's going to work this.
Trying to get it kind of long, and I'm going to get it so it hardens up so I can put 4 nice indentations in this square before I gather over it and trap 4 particular lines in it.
So a little bit of squarification. Oliver's still keeping that guy nice and sturdy. You start to
It's
see that
still
beautiful
on
purple.
center.
To be on center.
Does it look on center, Michelle?
Okay, sitting down.
Center. Go, Oliver, go.
Swaparoo. Finesse. Oh, he's going for 4. A pinch on either side. Straighten her outer.
You can heat up over there.
So we want to get involved a little bit in doing some different action on the show here. Some new tech, a little bit of new styling. So this is something you guys were asked about. You guys asked us about. So we're going to give it a shot here. Michelle has a little book example here of what we've got coming up. Yeah.
So we're going to do this tonight. We're going to do this technique tonight. So it's really difficult to learn from a book, but for other people, when you come to our studio, you can flip through this, and it gives you an idea of some things.
Really cool, different tech. We're going to show you guys. This is not necessarily something we do all the time, working with Kane or doing these crazy bubble traps, because you see the amount of intense focus it takes, preparation into getting the piece done, but the reward is pretty darn rewarding, as they say.
The reward is rewarding?
That's right. That's why they call it the reward.
Is that one of those Jake-isms?
Might be.
Reward?
Could be.
So I've got 4 nice equal indentations here that,
You guys might be able to hear that glass stiffening up.
yeah, and they're gonna trap the air in those lines when I go in and gather over them. And the trick to that is going to be to go into the glass very, very quickly and trap the air and get out of there quickly, so that I spin it fast enough that when I'm turning it, the thickness of the glass doesn't ooze into those cracks and it traps the air. I almost feel like I could even indent it just a little bit more just to make sure. You really want to over indent those grooves. It's looking pretty good though. So just a little bit of extra heat, and then I'm going to go in and take that gather.
It just sounds lovely.
It's really important for like the glass blower, the gaffer, to trust the guy who's watching your piece. And Oliver is getting real good at doing that for Jake and I. He's a really great assistant, and he's very conscious of making sure that the
It's
piece
no
that you're
pressure
waiting-
at all.
Yeah, no pressure, Oliver. Just don't mess it up. All right, I think I'm pretty ready to go here. The other thing I'm going to do is when I come right out, I'm going to come immediately over to the marver and I'm going to drip off the excess glass so that I don't have a stem on that compote that's the size of like my arm.
Yeah,
I
it
want to
wouldn't
make
be
sure
proportionate.
it's nice and thin, so it'll be proportionate. So I'm actually going to take the diamond shears with me so I don't have to mess around. And maybe if you're coming over here, I might working on this marver over here. Oliver, you can have that glory hole to heat that puppy up. All right, here we go, guys. Now you're kind of going on a quick angle and you got to plunge into the glass quickly. So you can see there's 4 air bubbles in there. I'm still wanting to pull a little bit more of that off. It's still pretty big.
All right. Well, they're doing their thing. Oh, already ice cold. What do we do with this?
Right back in the furnace.
Right back in the
Right
furnace?
near the clear one.
Or in the clear one.
Yeah, no, not in the furnace, because why? It creates a cold spot.
All right, so we got a nice action here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to twist these up before I shape them into the size of the stem. You can see those twisting. See that, guys? Woo. It's got a really nice looking pattern, but I want to get those seams. You're doing great, Oliver. So I'm just going to shape this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to heat it up to give it to you, and you're going to bring it to me, okay?
You got it.
And what's going to happen is we're going to end up with a nice looking stem that I'm going to sculpt into the shape that I want with all those air traps inside of it.
We're just gonna drop this like a foot.
We're going to drop it like a stem right on the bottom of the piece. And there's a little bit of extra clear up there that I'm going to use as the connection point so that those air twists will be hovering. Check it out.
Yeah.
So what I am going to do is I'm going to give myself a little bit of a, well, I let it get too cold. I let it get a little bit.
We are back. We are golden. Sometimes the internet in Dearborn, I gotta admit, is really not good. It has these moments of dipping in and out. Not sure if that was on our end. We do have rainy weather here. Maybe something flaked out for a second. But never fear, you have not missed much here.
The piece is done.
Yeah, right. We turn around.
Blink, foot and all.
Bada bing. Bye, Donna. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Eat lots of turkey. All right, Oliver's ready with a paddle as Chris needs it.
Probably won't need one yet, Oliver, but I'll keep you posted when I do.
All right, I'm just
Getting ready.
I'm ready for it.
You guys can tell when we've got something new going on or we're not engaged with the audience as much. Can you tell us where you guys are from? If you're new to the chat, say I'm new. I'm sure we have some glass addicts. You might be in town for the holidays. If you're in town, say in town. We are located in Dearborn, Michigan. The show is private. It's here on YouTube and Facebook, but we are not open to the public today. That allows us to chill out, get a really great show organized for you guys.
If you're a glass addict, I want to know what you think about this stem.
I don't know if we've ever done one like this before.
I haven't seen anything like this before, really.
Well, I got the requirement, which was to make a tasty air trap stem, but now I'm thinking about the overall design of the piece and the stem, and no matter what I do to the design of the stem and the piece, those air traps are still going to be in there, so that's what I'm working on right now. And I'm going to try to get in here like so.
Yep.
Yes, that's right, folks. That is right.
So I'm trying to make it like a nice little, almost like a cool sphere of air trappage in there, and it's looking pretty cool. I almost went out on a limb and was gonna do a turkey leg.
Whoa.
Which would have given us a really nice,
The air trap turkey leg.
yeah. But I think that would make it pretty tall, so I'm gonna keep it a little shorter.
Did we make this because it's turkey time?
Yeah.
TT.
All right, we got Tina from Auburn, Michigan watching. We got Valessa from Kansas. Judy
Valessa.
from Maryland. Feels like we got some new names on here. If you guys are new to the show, let us know. Oh, Tina says, I have COVID, so no Thanksgiving for me. That
Not
can
cool.
happen. All right, can't hear
Did you break that footing
Michelle.
tool in good, Jake?
Oh, yeah, it's good and it's nice.
Yeah, we are rolling.
All right, well, we'll be
Bozeman,
using that footing
Montana.
tool on this foot when the time's right, but right now I'm going to actually probably shape this into a turkey leg shape.
And we love to hear where you guys are watching from. Super cool. Again, we're watching the comments. We got Amy with us tonight. Bess is out having a concert special night, which is super cool.
And Jake was supposed to be out having a concert too, which is why we asked Amy to jump in.
Yep.
But
We're going to see the Fugees tonight.
they had not going to perform. Someone was sick, we think, right? Is that what they ended up?
Something like that. Something was the matter, and they did the old refund, but it's all good because I had somewhere to be anyway, right here.
Is that why you were crying earlier, Jake?
Yeah, Oliver
You
caught me
didn't-
crying in the corner.
didn't say nothing about why.
No, it gave us the perfect opportunity. We got a beautiful, beautiful warmer-upper. It's going to be for sale coming up. But over here, we got a beautiful selection of our signature candy cane 2023 that's going to be used. This is the darker stuff.
Turned it into a turkey leg. Now we're going to flatten this like you were saying, Oliver, so I get ready to use the footing tool on it. We'll put a nice purple foot on her.
Got it.
This is the darker stuff that we're going to blow out into a bowl so it becomes much lighter and you can really see the purple action
Go
going
nice
on.
and low with it.
My mic is not on. Is he better?
At least we won't be filling this up with candy corn. That's for sure, guys.
Candy corn.
Well, that's what we made, a piece of candy corn a few weeks ago, didn't we?
We did.
And man, that stuff's nasty. That's all I gotta say. for
What's
you.
nasty?
The piece looked cool. I don't know about candy, corn
corn's
itself.
nasty.
Yeah, we had a candy corn giveaway a couple shows ago. It's true.
Piece turned out super cool.
We got a really nice table
Hey, wait a second.
and a really nice
I've never
giveaway
made
for
a
this
sweet
week.
Piece. I just would hate to eat a whole bag of
That's
going to
be going live
I think I
pretty
wouldn't
soon,
like to eat the
folks.
glass
About
one
8
either.
minutes, and I'll go over
Okay,
that
Rex.
table in a moment. You'll want to see that.
All right, Oliver, will you get me the footing tool?
It should be right,
Right
there.
behind you.
All right, you got so fast, Oliver.
You see that, guys? That's
Quick
That's
as
quick.
lightning.
That's how you do it.
All right, let's get a purple foot on this puppy.
Oliver, well, you go ahead. I don't want to distract you. I got a question for you later.
The honors?
No, I had a question for you. I'll get it from you later.
Okay.
So
The footing tool,
this
folks.
is the reverse one, right, Jake?
Yep.
So you got to go like this.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
So
Jake-
Chris made about 4 brand new footing tools. Check them out, though. I mean, look at how sweet and crisp that is.
Real quick, Jake. You want this foot like a golf ball and a half size?
I like it, whatever it is, it's going to be real hot. So one gather, marver it up onto the pipe a little bit, and push it up so that all the glass is on the pipe, and then take the second gather, and that's what you're going to gout it with a couple coats of purple, heat it up, and you're going to drop it.
So,
Well, that might be enough, so come on. Couple coats of perps, just once, then take it out. Don't even have to flash it. Keeping it nice and round, shape it up. Lower your right hand when you're making a foot. There you go, because you don't want it to be pointy like most bits. You're going to be bringing that to me right now, Oliver. So just get it nice and hot and bring it on over. And step however you want to step to get it on my pipe.
he's got all the...
10-4.
I just don't need the reverse
got it all
dance move, so
going.
let's do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Stay.
It's a particular bit. It's a very particular bit. You got to get it on there symmetrical. It's got to be hot. Can't mess around in the color because you get one chance to push it like this. And you got to come in with the paddle and make it super flat and amazing. Yep, just like that. The beautiful
Hold on.
move. No real color
Okay,
showing in
on.
it yet. But that's that same color as is the body back there.
Good.
Woo. Very nice, very
All right,
nice.
Punchy, Oliver.
All right. All right, Jake, what was your question?
My question was, how long does it take to braid your hair? You do it yourself, don't you?
Yeah. Takes like 2 minutes now.
2 minutes.
It goes
Like a
pretty
champion.
All right, so I saw this video, and it was an 11-year-old boy who was braiding his hair. He was Native American, and he said they say prayers when they braid it up. And I was like, that's so cool. So like every day you have a meditative prayer.
I do like that.
Yeah.
What if we said a prayer every time we made a punty?
Every
Oh,
piece
dear.
should be blessed.
That's what I hope the addicts are doing for me.
May my peace be strong. May it hold at the right temperature and break when necessary.
I don't know if
beautiful.
it's true or not, but I just like to imagine Robin and Jeff are at home cheering for me.
I would hope they would be.
That'd be a little bit warm.
Now just take a gander at this, folks. Take a good old-fashioned gander. Look at this. Oh,
Sorry. Gotta see the punchy,
yep,
guys.
that's me. I got to get out of the way. But he lines it up right on the bottom. And watch how delicate this is. A little cold metal. He's going to go with a tap. Oliver's got it.
Thank you.
Beautiful transfer.
Thank you.
Beautiful situation. Well
How we
done.
doing?
Well done.
All right.
All right, tell me the truth. Does that not sound like a sporting event? And the transfer was successful, ladies and gentlemen. We have moved from one punty rod to the blowpipe.
That's exactly what it is.
Before
Sounds like some
before I
NASCAR.
completely open this up, I want to put some handles on the side. So, Jake, do you think you could bring me a couple handles and let Oliver grab that?
I can bringeth a handle or two.
Do we have the pointy ornament jacks? Can I use those?
You can
I mean,
use them.
The pointy tweezers.
The loopers?
Yes, please. So I'm ready when you are.
All right.
I'm going to let this cool off just a little bit.
How big are we going? Kind of big?
Yeah, like about this. Let's see, about like that big, you know?
Yeah, I just had to make sure I had a good moil on it.
That's beautiful.
All right, not to distract anyone. I know you don't want to leave the page
You're going to make
in
it
the
purple,
action,
please.
but the website will go live at 6:30. We've got snowmen on there. I put a picture on
One
Facebook
coat's going to be fine.
earlier, so you all saw the photo. When this piece is done, we'll go over the table. But if you are watching
Come over here.
glassacademy.com,
There you go.
The Gathering Point page is where you will find the information.
Right there, State.
So this takes a super steady hand. I will say there was no espresso
Lift.
given out today.
I was just about to say that.
You can see the glass is stiffening up there. What a great color. Looks
Okay,
super
one more.
cool. Now the reason he decided to do the handles now is you need to get the handles done before you open the top, because once you open up the top you cannot go back in and do the handles. Now he's putting a little extra heat on his punny. It did have a small fracture there because it was out of the furnace so long, but that is not a problem because it's a thick enough punty. And he's got this magical torch. Dun dun dun! That he can just torch that bottom.
Ready for it?
I'm ready.
The next bit is coming here. By using the shears, you can pull it out so that you get the perfect thickness you want. Jake is careful to stand super steady. The tweezers Chris is using, they're rounded, so they need no sharp angles on this bit. And again, you can tell what's hot by the orange color.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna flash it again, making sure that punny's on there nice and good. Now he's gonna even out the temperature of the handles a little bit, and then he'll concentrate on heating the top and opening that up. Purple's super lovely. I love our spotlight here that we have on the bench now, because the glass shows up. You see a shadow on the bench, so you know a spotlight's right on it. Feels really nice to have that on there. And I do believe, 6:29. We got 1 minute till the website goes live.
1 minute.
Everyone just needs to hold their horses.
Hold their
How bad
horses
do you want
now.
A snowman, or do you want to see the piece being opened? I will mention as well, it is free shipping. The items that are on the table when we do our
Put that on my
Tuesday's
bench.
show,
Thank you.
they're going to be free shipping on them. So you can just snatch the one you want, have it in time for the holidays, bring a little joy to your home by something beautiful and handcrafted.
He's going to have a pretty long heat here getting that top heated up correct, that lip, so he can go ahead and open it up. So we're going to have a second. We could maybe pop right over to the table and take a quick
Yeah, you
gander.
can go for that right now.
Oliver, run to the
All right,
table.
he's going
Show
for
them
the
what we
lip.
got.
All right.
First thing you got to highlight, these are all one and dones here today, folks. Super cuties is what they are. But this is the first ever snow person that's been made with ice cubes.
That was a fun piece.
It was a really cool piece. Super team effort, turned out just beautiful. That piece is on the website. They're all on the website. That's number 4. But they're really individual. We did something really cool with some of these colors, and it was kind of a cool color sampling for Oliver and Matt and I. We used a color, picked a color for the hat, and then added gold for the band on top of that same color with what was left over on the pipe for the band and for the tassel. So you can see the way the gold reacts with each individual color. Look at how reactive orange is.
Thank you.
Super reactive.
Doesn't even look orange anymore.
It's
That's
like
number 12.
free gold brown.
It's like free glass color, Oliver said in his Oliver type math.
Okay, you grab a paddle, Jake.
I have a paddle.
See how I'm spinning it a little quicker so it brings it down?
The colors are super cool. I like seeing the orange with the purple, but the finished piece will be 100% purple. How many addicts out there are watching? If you're a Glass Academy addict, can you put in the chat, I'm watching?
I'm watching.
I'm watching.
I'm watching you.
Because that helps,
What is that
the
from?
Newer people know, like, hey, who's a Glass Academy addict? That is
Yeah.
friends and family, perhaps.
Monsters Inc. Amy knew.
Amy said
I'm
what?
watching you. It was something from one of those monsters. So this is turning out really cool, and this is a very difficult move that Chris is working on, is getting the bowl low and squatty. You need to really work with gravity, work with centripetal force, work with the way you're spinning, the speed you're spinning to get it low. That's something we're going to toy around with this cane piece we're going to make here in a little bit. But he's got a really beautiful, this is a really nice trophy piece here, out of the perps with an accent of white and our clear bubble trap scenario going on.
He said this was a candy dish, so my question is, what kind of candy would you put inside this?
It's a good question.
Would it be chocolates? Would it be hard candy? I
Nuts.
think I'd put,
Nuts.
Oh, nuts would be good because they wouldn't stick together. Caramels,
Depends.
taffy. Put it in the chat what you guys would put in.
Love the termination of the spiral right in the center of the body, looking into the glass. So Chris is working the outside and spinning fast so that the lip is spreading out and pushing back up against his jacks. It's a really cool way to get the piece to open up without having the tool marks or the pointed tips or a flat spot from the jacks going on the inside. So if that made sense, instead of him lifting up here, he just had a tool on the outside and he was spinning and pushing down as the glass expanded, ever so tenderly.
Yeah, and that's one of those moves when someone's like, oh, I could do that, and then you can't really do that unless you have tons of experience. It's super hard.
I taught a really awesome class this weekend, 100% hands-on class. It's a 2-hour class for 2 people, and we spent a good amount of that portion trying to get a couple glasses made together, and it really wasn't me doing anything. It was those 2 guys working together to make these glasses, and it's pretty darn cool. I mean, you guys see us do it all the time, but to feel the way the glass is moving and see the motion of, and some of the toughest things for people when they're beginning blowing glass, and Oliver can attest to this, is getting your left hand going and then having your left hand turn smooth to begin with, but then getting your left hand to match identically what your right hand to match your left hand.
It's hard enough to do that when you're working on a solid piece. It's a little bit more forgiving on its heat, but then to do it on a hollow piece, it's
The timing.
a whole new ball game.
Whole different thing.
But I mean, that's the fun in it.
Exactly.
Hey, later today, she will make an appearance. You might have seen her in the beginning. How many of you remember Lucy? She is here tonight, wandering around. She will show up at some point in the show and say hello.
All right, there's the candy dish, guys.
That's beautiful. Beautiful piece.
Man.
Couple cracks in the punny. That's how we know it's been that time. You know, we've been working it for a minute here. It's about time to start thinking about getting it off the pipe. I'm going to grab, the forks?
Yeah, we'll knock her off towards the bottom. You know, I got to put a GA stamp on it real quick.
Oh, good point.
Let's get that guy on.
Coming at ya.
Hey, if you can hold it up, I'll get a thumbnail shot. Looking so serious. Smile. Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, living on the edge.
Nice. The closer you are to having that piece fall off when you put the stamp on, the less you are to have the piece bend when you're squishing it. But if you're another 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it was risky having him take that picture.
Push it right off.
Push it right off of the punny, and that happens.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, more than we want it to.
It's like the
She's
gnome
looking pretty
special.
good.
The what?
The gnome special.
Oh, yeah. The big hopper.
All right, here we go, guys.
Hang on.
A little bit of water on there.
Little torchy poo on the bottom. I got the forks up there. They might need a little extra heat, though. Just for security.
What anneal are we going in?
Number 2.
Number 2, right on the bottom right, all the way in the back. Got it.
Yep. All right.
Safe and sound.
Woo! That's a nice one, guys.
Beauty.
Three-man job.
Well done.
I can't look at your hands and the camera at the same time.
Got to look at the elbow, I've heard.
Well, there you
Something
go.
about that.
Carrie, that's how it's done. You were wondering, if you're watching, how that air trap went down, and that's it.
That's the way.
Yep.
Shall we go over the table? Yeah. And we go over the board real quick, you guys.
Tell
Robin
me what's going on, Jake.
Robin had a lot to ship today. Robin didn't get to making the board, so I whipped it up real fast. I didn't even make that tree. That tree was already there. I don't know who made it, but it's a nice little tree.
We appreciate that tree.
It's a good tree, and actually it's just kind of covering up the big bump in our board, so it's serving a purpose and looking good. Oliver reminded me it showed 243, and if I swing my head any harder, I'm going to eat this microphone, so I got to watch out, folks. But number one with a hot goopy action, you guys saw that. Number two, right there, 1.5, was the warmer upper compote super bubble trapper. That piece is going to be for sale, and so we're going to get a price on that. We'll get it on the website. There's no picture, but shipping's included in that price, and you can purchase it when it's made available. We'll let you know. Number two, this is going to be a mug for Jessica, but Chris is heating up the cane pickup piece, so maybe we're doing the cane piece first. But Dad, do you want to get this custom order done first? All right, if we're getting into cane territory then, Jessica, your mug's coming a little bit later. Let's talk about the cane pickup. We got a sweet custom mug for Jessica coming up in a bit. It's going to have a metal theme to it, and it's going to be crackled and super nice. And then right now we're going to get into some serious action.
Say hello for a moment. She's heading out.
Hello?
Go to your house now.
Yeah, I guess. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, so if Oliver's over here right now, I'm heating up the pastorelli that we put the cane on, guys, and this is a technique that's a very traditional Venetian technique. I've got this big pastorelli, which is the tool that's used to put the cane, which is pulled out long sections of glass with a particular color, and we have to preheat that so we can pick it up without it cracking. So that pastorelli is heated up pretty darn hot. These are the canes that we're using, which some of you have seen before, but these canes are twisted out. These particular canes are a Ballantini style cane, which is an Italian style of twisted color inside clear glass.
Now, I want to point out real quick, keep on holding that up, Chris. It might come out a little bit dark black, blue on the camera. That's purple as purple can be.
We're going perps all the way, guys.
My question is, how come they don't break when the pastorelli's heated right now?
Well, they're heating up slowly, and I'm going to have to get a couple sets of tweezers to line these guys up so Jake can pick them up. But you put them on here, and you use a pi measuring device, because we all know with pi in a mathematical description is the diameter of... You use pi to determine the diameter of a circle, and that's what this particular tool is. It's a pi tool. So you see how I've got the cane lined up.
I'm really confused. We were talking about turkey legs earlier. Now we're talking about pie.
It's Thanksgiving.
Are we making glass or are we like talking food?
It's all just tasty.
The Venetians really had an appetite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pie and turkey legs. You guys, you know it's that time of year. But this is preheating right now. And what Jake's going to do is Jake is going to use the pie tool to determine the diameter of the moil on his blowpipe. And the moil is the wad of glass that's on the end that he can use to roll up these pieces of cane and wrap them around that so that the whole first bubble is all those canes, which is a really cool process.
And you're saying I need to leave room for one or two canes just in case,
Yes.
just to be certain.
Be better to
And
have
it's
one
really,
left
it's,
over than
the
be
way
one
you tell
short.
that is you go, it's 3.14. So look, 1, there's 2, there's 3.14. There's 2 canes there.
So that's just
Normally-
measured to 3?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're pretty
I
darn
see.
close.
So do you think, let's see the width of that number, that situation. Can I use this bigger pipe?
Yes.
Was that opened up at all when you picked it up, or is
Nope.
that same?
Nope, I
All right.
didn't go like this.
I'm going to use it then, real thin. And it's a collar. Am I going to have a moil on it, or am I just, I'm getting a moil and I'm opening it up a little, or just flattening it?
No, well, you have to have air being able to be blow through it.
So I'm definitely
So
opening it
generally
up,
what you
popping
do
a
is
bubble
you
in it.
pop a bubble through it, blow it out, then heat it up, and then shape it up to be the right size. It's an open-ended moil.
I think this is an important thing to point out here, just to put you under a little bit of fire, Jake.
Yes.
This is your first time trying this.
Yes.
So we're going to see how this goes.
Yeah,
Because
and
Chris has done this a couple of times in his test.
to be completely honest, 25 years ago, I did this hundreds of times, and I picked up all kinds of Pastorelli pickups, and I was really into the Venetian style of using Pastorellis to pick up cane and Marini and stuff, but I've since grown kind of out of that style of glass. There's still a lot of people who do it. You can see it. If you look up Pastorelli pickups on the internet, you can see some good ones, but it's nice to bring this out into our shop and have us start doing it now, because Jake's never done it before, and it's great for him to learn, so I'm giving him some guidance. Now check out what he's got going on here, guys. Go ahead and get right in there, Oliver. He blew a bubble through the end of that moil, and the moil is the glass that's on the end of the pipe, and he's shaping that so that it's the same size as this diameter. Is there a bubble in that already, Jake?
Nope. I'm just going to blow right through the bottom.
All right,
But I
blow
think
it
I
out.
nailed the size right there. I'll heat it up and blow it out. You know? As long as I got the size there on the one and done, then I can just pop right through that and,
Yeah.
you know.
You know.
Yeah, but I think there's a really cool opportunity on this show for us to learn and do some more creative stuff. It's, you know, we got to be able to support ourselves in what we're doing and make it worthwhile, but you got to learn in some way. And the other ways we can learn is go take a class, do a 2-week course somewhere, go visit a college, have guest artists on the show. We're working on doing that, and this is the start of it.
I'm going to heat this up on the Pastorelli now. While you're doing that, Jake, can I?
Yeah, check this out. Definitely can.
Can I, please, can I?
And I'll bring it back over here for you to pick it up. I'm
That
gonna
is
go in the
cool
glory
looking.
hole.
Why would you not do it at the bench?
I could do it in the furnace if you open the furnace door, but it's a little bit easier.
No, you just in the
No, no,
hole.
no,
Use in the
why
hole.
would you do it at that bench?
because then it'll be backwards for him.
Got it.
And it's not backwards day. Tomorrow's backwards
Tomorrow's
day.
backwards day. So now that there's a hole in this, all I got to do is this. Don't breathe in deep.
We need a name for that. What could that be called?
Don't breathe.
No, the little fuzzy things that fly away. They're super soft.
They,
Like-
I believe they call that just bubble trash.
Bubble trash. Not thinking something light and delicate like angel wings or elfin breath.
Elephant breath.
And just for another
Elfin, like little elves.
another
Elephant.
little deal is you're not supposed to have the cane bigger than the Pastorelli because it slumps.
Oh.
So I was teasing Jake. Nothing like trying something new in front of y'all.
But
Yeah.
I'm making sure that I'm going in past the flame, so the flame's not hitting the glass itself. It's just the radiant heat. A lot of times, guys who do this type of work, or girls, what they'll do, glass blowers who do this type of work, they'll actually they'll turn the flame off in the furnace.
So Chris is going to rotate the side here now. They're not that much bigger than the Pastorella. You can see the tips of them bending over a little bit there. But that's not the end of the world, because we're going to be chopping off that tip to make a nice constriction point, just like Chris did with his white twist in that purple cup that he made.
We're flipping this around to make sure that all the glass is evenly heated up, evenly softened.
And
Right.
Jake, you will be able to pick this up at the bench because now that I spun it, it's not going to be backwards.
Okay.
So that's going to be the last heat. Oliver, would you bring those tweezers over to the bench for me? Thank you.
You're gonna bring it and set it down in which direction?
Right there, and you're gonna be rolling it up just how Oliver's standing.
Got it.
Where do you want these tweezers at? Just on the bench anywhere?
On the big part of the bench for me. Wherever, yep.
And we don't need the looping tweezers.
Those we could maybe use, and maybe you're on standby with them over at the Marver if we need to pinch anything together,
You
or
got
even
it.
on top of it.
Another thing I will say about this is everyone's got to be aware of what's where. When this piece is done and that pastorelli is sitting at an empty bench, it's going to be super hot. And so as glass blowers, you kind of got to be aware of what's happening in the studio.
What do you
so
think?
don't
I'm coming
bump
out when you
into
come out.
it or touch it the wrong way. These are one of the favorite things I used to like doing is cane pickups. They take a lot of concentration and prep work. And I was saying Jake's got a good head on his shoulders. It's really going to give it a go. With Chris backing him
Ready
up.
for you, Jake.
I can't lift that pastorelli. I want you to give you
You're
an
coming over
idea
here.
how
Yep.
hot and heavy it is.
Yep. Roll. Keep rolling.
We need
Keep
a
rolling.
Rolling, rolling,
Oliver,
rolling.
get a rag so if there's dust on the
That's
pastorelli,
all you got.
he can wipe
Flasher.
it off.
Try to knock those extra ones off, but it's okay. It looks good.
All right, this is what
I
I'm
gotta
talking
get
about.
this
The
out of his way.
pastorelli is still golden hot. Chris is going to move it to this bench here, out of the way. Then Oliver's got a towel for Jake that he can brush it if it's got any lines on it.
Grab them from the end if you can. You shape them this way, right?
Should I just get rid of those? I can't really.
Yeah, you can, like this. Watch. Which are the two extra ones?
Yeah, those two.
Watch yourself.
Whoop,
That was pretty slick.
That's how you do it. Now you can work from the end, or I work from the end with two sets of tweezers since I don't have to. I got these weird guys. We got 100 tweezers in here, but
That's why we prep before we start.
Thanks, Mom.
got it. Hold it.
Give it a little
So
more
now
juice.
you got to go
I gotta get them
to the
turning the other
moil
way.
and heat that up deep and get them to the moil, and we'll push those moil down and work the three of them back and forth until you close them all up.
Okay.
Nice. So these guys right here, let's see, hold it. Okay. These guys here. Turn.
All right, the cane is actually, it was nice and hot while it was on the pastorelli, but this
Flash it, we'll
cools
look at it
off
one more
super
time.
fast.
Thank you, that's what I don't want. Thanks, Oliver, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna leave these on the bench.
So can't tell if there's one extra one on there, but go ahead and marve them together, Jake.
I think we could lift this one from the inside a little bit.
Imagine on the TV, this looks amazing.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is get them lined up. Then use the marver to seal them up slowly. If you want to do it at the bench again, I could probably grab them and push them together. You got tweezers at the bench as well.
Never
Start
a
pulling
dull
them out,
moment
they'll
here
get
at the
closer
Gathering
together.
Point.
Yeah. That looks good. Got those. Hold it. Wait a minute. Stop. Flip back the other way. Nope, but that's okay.
Why wouldn't you use the jacks that go down the length of the piece?
We're trying to get them all lined up first. That's kind of cold. Those are cold.
The other cool thing about these is the cane was really thick, so that'll give him a lot of glass.
So now you
to
can go on the
work with.
inside, Jake, and use the jacks, and outside.
So, Jake, while you're learning something new and have 100 different things to keep track of, did this come into your head just out of the blue, or was it the fact that we just are living in a mountain of candy cane right now?
Yes, partly that. Definitely in part from all the different candy cane we have around here and our signature cane, and I thought there's no other better appropriate thing to do.
Turn your jack sideways when you're doing it so that you're not, there you go, so you're not making a line on it, but you're just squeezing them together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a gentle down. Any questions? Amy will shout them out to us. This is a perfect time to answer any questions you may have.
I'm gonna hit the marber with it.
And
Boom.
I should say,
Dawn, you're absolutely right. This is new,
our
and it
favorite
is fascinating.
tonight, the question is, what's your favorite snow activity? So you guys know what to do. Put your answer in the enews@glassacademy.com. And then back to you, Oliver. What other questions you got on there?
Honestly, went on there pretty good, except for one little overlay, one little
Now
portion.
you want to get that end closed up, and you can go
Yeah.
back and marver more on your hair.
Okay.
So just
What are you thinking about this so far, Jake? Like,
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm trying to stay positive, you know, and just realize it's the first attempt in a while. I'm going to go ahead and neck this end off here, Mom.
I mean, it's looking good.
It's all
you-
together,
You
yeah.
have to close the end off to get the air trap. Now it becomes a whole bubble off the end of the pipe. So instead of gathering that bubble off of, let me get a thing for you here, Jake, and we'll save that.
Ooh, that could be the giveaway. We turn it into a magnet.
Nice. I'll put that in the annealing oven.
She's not sealed yet.
Not sealed yet?
Nope.
That's what you use your jacks or the marver, either one, for.
So I got to find where the hole is. I'm assuming, and I think I see it actually. It's right where that little overlay is.
I say it's the jacks on the outside, real gentle up and down the piece.
See that?
Yep.
I want to pull it out of there. But I don't think it's the right move.
I know what you're talking about. Just let it fall for a minute and then flip it over with it down. Let it fall, 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 fall up.
You know what I bet would work great? Would be the hook tool that we were using on snaking out the drain earlier.
Oh,
The feathering tool.
I will
We'll
grab
probably
that
stick
real
right
quick.
to it and drag it out.
Good. Grab it, Oliver.
Are you gathering over this?
Yeah.
So this is a really long shape. Jake wants to make a bowl, which is short and squatty shape. And this is a very long piece. So at some
Might be
point,
able to
he's
just
going to
pinch them
shorten
right
it
together.
up.
A little bit at a time. Almost.
It's like a gaping mouth. Hello.
Almost.
Almost.
I think a cabbage and marverage is going to be nice.
It's
Sorry,
still a
folks.
little bit drainified. I'm gonna get it cleaned up real quick.
I think I
we
might
don't
have
need
it sealed at this point.
But I would make sure you're staying on the moil, Jake. Don't marver off the moil.
Getting close. Yeah, you're right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
What's on it?
You know, if we knew what was on it, we'd be we'd be in a much better place with a cold shop.
So this is a great process, but you see these particular processes, you guys, are long processes. And marvering it and getting it sealed up so that it's a solid bubble with no air holes in it, that'll allow us to gather over it, which is going to be a great process.
It's almost there. I think it's pretty much sealed.
Well, I think a real hot heat, maybe just holding her up and dropping her back is going to be nice.
Did you guys just work it with the tweezers or marver it?
Yeah, we worked it with the tweezers and he pinched it closed and then he went back in and There you go. Now he's shortening her up. Nice.
Trying to keep them straight at the same time too is pretty difficult.
Yeah, when you have optics or cane like that and you want to keep it straight, everybody, it's really important to make sure you spin it the same number of times each way. So you're spinning it to the left 6 times, to the right 6 times, and that keeps those canes perfectly straight. I think capping it would be good, helpful as well too, Jake, if you can do it.
Okay.
So a couple of questions in here. People are kind of wondering about what we were working towards as you were trying to get that sealed up. A little bit of confusion on that. So Jake has all these canes that they're all lined up right next to each other, and he gathered them up, and there was a little gap where all of those connected. So he didn't have a complete seal to make a bubble and work it into, I believe he's going for a bowl right now.
Yes.
So we have to make sure that all those candy canes are connected across the entire length so that we can actually work it.
Yeah, that's a great explanation, Oliver. I think also that just explaining that we're looking to get a core bubble of the piece. So just like when we pick up clear crystal on the end of the pipe and blow a bubble and add color onto it and shape it and pretty much do our color pattern, this is a very elaborate color pattern. That's the core bubble. He's going to gather over it and then blow his big bowl right out of that shape. So this shape is nothing like what the piece is going to look like, just the color is going to be like that.
Yeah. And then Patricia said that end piece that we chopped off our jack line.
Yep.
Make a great pendant.
Yeah, pendant, magnet, whatever. It's a beautiful piece. You always have one of those when you're making these canes. It's called C-A-N-E, a cane bowl. That looks really nice, Jake.
So do you think because we're making this out of candy cane, it is a federal legal requirement to only put candy canes in this bowl? Or peppermint flavored
things? That's an interesting concept, but you know what? This cane was made for about 1,500 years before a candy cane was ever made out of it.
So they must have just been putting spearmint herbs in it.
They were just making goblets and making vases and making bowls out of that particular cane. And then somewhere along the line, someone invented the candy cane. But
Wait,
when they were,
it's on the back of our candy cane, the story.
huh?
The story of how the candy canes were invented from the forest.
I love that. So there is
From the
a story
forest.
on our candy cane
Yeah, when you
piece
buy
of
a candy
paper
cane.
when you buy a candy cane that says how the candy cane was invented, but we're
So
going to
you
try
gotta
to
buy
keep
one.
focusing on what we're talking about.
Did you get the a price on that compote piece? Is that piece
No,
going up on the
I
website?
didn't, but is it live yet or no?
I don't believe so. I'm
Well,
not
that's
sure.
important.
If you talk to
Bots, Chris.
I'm gonna go for the super dunk. Oliver, would you mind giving me a little chill down?
Yeah.
A little super
The
chiller?
old Freeze 1000.
Yeah, would appreciate that. I'm gonna go for the super dunk. The tank's high, so all I gotta really do is whoosh. The trick when the tank's high is I gotta do one of these.
Come on, muscles.
Feeling kind of, It wasn't my most even gather, but I'll go fix it up with the Marv. My good friend Marv. Thank you, Oliver.
You're welcome.
I love Marv.
I love Marv. Is that like I love lamp?
wasn't
Yeah.
Marv like a talk show host?
I don't know. But I do know that Marv and I have a pretty good relationship. He cools the glass down for me, but he also shapes it up. And if you guys don't know Marv, if you haven't met Marv, it is our multiple 1-inch steel plates right over here. Super important in pretty much every piece that we make.
So I got a question for Jake and Michelle.
Double question.
Double question. Is it the traditional style to encase the candy cane after you get it all done up like we just did, or is it more traditional to leave it just the candy cane?
If you're making fine goblets, you would not gather again because you want thin and delicate. If you're making a substantial piece that you need, like you couldn't make a bowl with just the cane, it wasn't enough glass.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So now he could do this bowl, it could be, I don't know, like a 12-inch diameter bowl.
Yeah, we have enough glass to go that big now.
Correct. And then sometimes gathering over, it gives you more to work with. Where if you didn't
tender.
gather over, you can only be as thick as your cane.
Good.
Ooh, I can't wait. So we're making off these live feeds, we're making some compilation videos
Hello?
of the hottest moments and the coolest spots. And this is going to win to be in there. Super cool.
Good.
Guys, that purple compote with the hollow air stem is live.
Is it on the Gathering Point page? Is that where we find it?
It's on live on the Gathering Point page.
So you go to the Glass Academy
As seen
website.
on show 243.
Go to the website, look on the tab on the top, the Gathering Point
I think
page.
it says show 242, but we're looking for 243, guys.
It's all good. Big shout out to Amy. We were supposed to have both Glass.
Dad, would
and
you mind
Jake
grabbing
on
me
tonight.
one or two more tools?
Yes.
Blow.
So Amy's assisting with the tech tonight.
Blow a little harder.
Last minute, Jake was able to jump in.
Beautiful.
That's looking great. Look at that, guys. And it's really cool when that cane blows out. It flattens out and has a really beautiful shape to it. Historically, the Ballantini cane that was developed in Italy, they made that, the glassblowers made that cane to mimic the tickets from the opera theater. So when you went and bought a whole bunch of tickets for you and your friends to go, and the tickets were hanging out in a long strand, they would twist up because they came out of a roll when they pulled them out and sold them to you, and they were twisted. So that's how they developed the cane.
Blow.
Like leaving her nice and
Good.
thick too is beautiful, Jake. It looks
I agree.
great.
Do we have the wooden parchofis out or no?
No, we don't have any wooden trophies.
No chokes.
Look at how
Yep, that
cool
looks
that
pretty good.
looks.
Tool for the right job.
So you're gonna be adding a nice foot onto this puppy?
Yeah, I think we're just going to keep it real classic and real clean because everything turned out amazing here. So we'll just do a nice clear, mug size dropper.
Okay.
Can you turn slow?
Should I put all
Ooh-wee.
these tools back on the bench, Jake?
But you guys could see through the camera how dark that purple was on the cane to begin with, and now the beauty of that darker cane as we got to where we needed to be with our signature cane is that we can blow it out and it becomes that beautiful purple. And where it's overlapped, you can see it's still
Need
dark.
A little bit more than that, Jake.
That's going to be pretty good, maybe a little more. Yeah, sorry.
It's hard to keep it perfectly round too, and it's that. So drip it off from Marvin a little and then gather
Look
over
at
it.
the shadow on the bench. So cool. Usually when you're working in a glass shop, you're working all day and there's one maestro, one person at the bench. So Chris and Jake talking about the tools on the bench. You set up your bench the way you want it. Your assistant keeps an eye on your tools. But because they're both doing stuff, there's all kinds of tools on the bench. You can see now the bench has been straightened out, only a few tools on there. And then Jake's just waiting for Oliver to shape that foot up, get the perfect amount of glass, and they'll join it on.
I got the paddle here ready. Jake's gonna be dropping the foot. I think Michelle was just telling you all about that, guys. Hey, by the way, I don't know if I told anybody this today, but have a happy Thanksgiving.
That looks amazing.
job, Oliver.
Yeah, he's making a face.
You want me to
because
turn
that
this
glass
into a
is super
punty?
hot.
Thanks. Yeah, that could be a honey.
Jake's.
This
Chris
is called
ready
the
for
ram
paddle.
jam, you guys. When you ram jam it up on the bottom and you get it right on center.
I think I'm good on the paddle for 1 sec. Good.
Ooh, looking good.
This is tight. Looks super good.
So at this point, Jake needs to cool off the foot a little bit. Oliver's shaping the punty. Amy's answering all your questions. And Chris
I'm just standing
has
around
the
thinking.
paddle.
I got a lot of thinking going on in this noggin, guys.
Yeah, uh-oh.
This
Hey.
is also a good time for questions.
If Elaine Nordine is out there, Mom, I wanted to say hello.
Dad, I gotta cool this down. You wanna bring over a stamp real quick? We'll put the stamp on the bottom there by the foot.
On the side, a hot stick, a hot bit.
Yeah.
So see how the bottom is that bright orange?
I just
It's
got a lot
not-
of glass,
you can't put
Oliver. I
it
gotta
on
cool.
Right now. If it's too hot, it would be flopping. He wouldn't be able to open
You
up
ready,
the top.
Jake?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have any structure to it. So Jake said, heck, let's put the stamp on the side of this right now. So Chris has a small bit of glass. We're going to do a compilation video of all
Oh,
how we put our
they're going on the
signature
foot.
on the piece. Little torch here.
Thanks.
Stampola.
Got that out of the way. Now we can focus. I'll be ready on this
And
next
the cool
one.
thing is too, the
right.
stamp is so small it doesn't adjust the opening. Sometimes the extra bits of glass can throw you off. So this will not do that.
Well, I'm wearing
Touch
underwear, shorts, and pants right
it,
now,
touch it
folks.
first. Make sure we got the right temp.
thank goodness.
Maybe a little extra. Just so nothing crazy goes down.
And you got insulated pants on.
But I'm feeling a little bit sweaty. I'll take a seat and I think we'll be perfect.
All right, Oliver's got the perfect temperature.
Let's do this. Holy son of a gun.
All right, the punting process.
Another heat.
guys.
Sorry, dude.
He's getting it on center. You want to make sure the piece is perfectly on center. When you're blowing glass and you're working
right,
like
let's
a
do it.
lathe, just like if you've ever worked a lathe, if it's not perfectly on center, it won't be on center at all. So it's perfect or not. They just lined it up perfectly.
It's no pressure at all, really.
It's really not any kind of pressure.
It's really important to make sure it's perfect, you guys. A little water on there. Oliver's got it. Little tap. Boom.
Thanks,
into
Mom.
the glory hole, because if you don't get right in there after you
I'm gonna
put
let you
that
heat
drop
that
of
for a
water
sec,
on
Oliver.
there, guys,
Oh, thanks,
it will literally crack. And you don't want it to crack after all that work. Ooh, look at that. I love that. The only thing that could happen that wouldn't be good right now is if a train went by right while Oliver was working this piece, because all that crazy motion in his vision with that cane bowl spinning, he would get dizzy, most likely.
I feel like I'm hypnotizing myself actively.
You guys, we're the gathering point in Dearborn, Michigan, right outside of Detroit, and we are having a blast today. 243rd show here on YouTube and Facebook. Check them all out.
Should we do a clear lipper?
A clear lip wrap.
Seal it all up?
That sounds good.
I do
Coming
want
up.
to say I think a lot of people are
Are you
in from out of
gonna
town.
cut it first, Jake?
Let me
or-
just take a quick gander at it, and we'll do it. It doesn't need to be too big, too crazy, but just about right.
Just bring it just right, Oliver.
Just do it perfect.
We got
gonna
Michelle
head
in
to the
here
bench.
getting her shots.
She just whispered in my ear, no
You want me to
stress.
paddle at all? You don't have to trim that.
No, that's good.
You're making a bowl.
Yep. All right, let's do it, Oliver.
Oliver's bringing over a lip wrap. A lot of times when you're doing a big
Oh, do it on a regular punny.
when a
Holds it on
bowl
there
that's
better.
This
Do it
big,
perfect.
It needs to be opened up all the way. That little hole that he just opened up, he's going to put the lip wrap on, and when he puts it on, that thing is going to be stretched out probably about 5 to 7 or 8 times the diameter it is now. So that lip wrap's got to be put on just right, because if it's not put on right,
It would be
any
put on left.
imperfections in it will
Yep.
actually amplify.
Beautiful.
Now watch this move, guys.
No one speaks.
Everyone's holding their breath. Nice job, Jake.
Super
He made
nice,
sure that
Oliver.
was perfect on there. Nice bit brought over by Oliver.
This is why it sounds like a sporting event. It was a nice pass with the puck. Oliver brought a great lip wrap.
Boy,
It
we
is
haven't,
sporty.
we haven't talked about the Red Wings in too long, so we're going to have to talk about them right now.
Yeah.
Our number one line, these guys are doing an amazing job. We got DeBrincat, we got Larkin, and we got Raymond.
That's
Let's
right.
go. And our number 4 Rasmussen line is
Oh,
doing some
yeah.
serious damage out there, guys.
power
They're getting some
blasters.
nice goals.
We're gonna see a great game tomorrow.
We need to see if we can get sponsored by the Red Wings or something.
That's the goal. That's on the 5-year plan.
That's on the 5-year plan.
Coming to
for
the
Jay.
bench.
Yeah.
Well,
He
who
wants a
knows the Red
high
Wings?
five from the hockey team.
Yep.
You know how they tell you, if you can play hockey, you can play
Really
golf.
light.
They'll go hand in hand. The drive, the slap shot, the swing of the stick, the swing of the club.
Where you hit the foot.
Well, that goes the same with glass blowing. Glass blowing is right in there.
Thanks.
I'd like to know
The
how
next
many
one where
glass
you get the
blowers, if any
forearm.
of them are watching, play
Watch
hockey
forearm.
or golf, because that's a good thing, you guys. If you're a good glass blower, you're a good golf player, and you're a good hockey player, pool player, golf, dart player. That's just kind of what comes with the hand-eye coordination.
Oliver's known for his dart game.
Oliver, you're known for your dart game?
Just known for the dart game.
Is this a challenge?
I would challenge you. I don't mind winning. Chris.
I have a dartboard in my office.
We can find out.
Oh.
We might not make that custom order piece. We might just be playing darts.
All right, so Jake has a shield on his arm because that's like frying his arm right now.
That's good.
But
Man.
because the wood paddle blocks it, that's good.
Looking good, looking good. You should be able to shield his arm and paddle the lip at the same time.
Could I get one dough?
You want the left side?
Nah, right side's cool.
One hand, your right hand's
Thanks.
paddling the lip, Oliver, lightly, and your left hand is going up, shielding his arm. You got it.
Okay.
Nothing's worse than trying to work the piece and having your arm blistering. Woo, look at that bowl, guys.
And then
He
we're
just
gonna put
did it.
tap shoes on you, Oliver, and you can tap dance while you're doing
I think
it.
I'm good right now.
You know, sometimes it's nice making a perfectly symmetrical bowl, Jake, but sometimes it's nice to have it be a little bit organic, kind of sea urchin action, you know what I mean? At one point, that thing was looking pretty darn cool when you just came out, but I'm not saying you can organic
What now?
again, but you
Don't be
could.
putting my brain in a pretzel in the middle of this piece.
Chris has this habit of like totally throwing in a monkey wrench in the
No
hardest
monkey
part.
wrenches around these parts.
Jake, I think if we put 27 Venetian handles on it,
Yeah. It would look amazing.
That's a nice looking bowl, guys. Woo!
it looks super even.
One
You
paddle
put
on
3
the
or 4
foot.
cantaloupes in there and it would look amazing.
I'm gonna work it just like one more time here.
If anybody thought that there was something wrong about that comment, put it in the chat, you guys. Is it possible?
Put
Now,
3
Jake, when you
cantaloupes.
make a piece like this, is it like your end goal for this to get adopted, find a happy home so that someone can just put their Fruit Loops in it?
Yeah, if I saw a picture on the addicts page of someone eating Fruit Loops out of this with oat milk,
It'd probably be amazing.
I would be really happy.
That would take a half a gallon of oat milk.
Once back.
Yeah, you can hit the back. Yeah, that sounds great.
You can put one on the front and the back, Oliver. That's called the double whammy. That looks really nice, Jake.
Thanks.
So he's got both doors open on the glory hole here, guys. You got to make sure that Oliver's
That's as far
ponytail
open as it
doesn't
goes.
catch on fire.
That's all right. Yeah. There's such a funky, fine, perfect line of getting it too hot and not getting it hot enough.
I don't
want the
know.
front?
So tomorrow's Wednesday.
Nothing.
We could have this down and on the Thanksgiving table full of like pears and cranberries.
Just
We might
want
have
it to
come
be
home to your
smooth.
house.
No
Gotta get
way.
Just that one bump out of there you're seeing.
Yeah, that's the one bump, but it's getting big. It's getting big. If I tag it on the door right now, it's done.
I think you're the last flash right now.
Think about only what you want to happen. Are we gloving this away?
That is pretty cool looking, Jake.
I guess that's going to be it. You got to have a little room for improvement, but it does look really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think that was super sweet teamwork.
I mean, honestly, that bump that you're seeing, Jake, is right where it like wigwags a little bit. So it's kind of like, it looks like it's supposed to be there. It looks really intentional.
Yeah, and actually, I think that it's amazing that he put the stamp on
Yeah, that was a good idea.
beforehand.
Yeah, he put the
because
stamp
if he
on
had to
ages
worry
ago.
about that right now.
I'm
You
gonna
see the
knock it
leg
off
kick
right
there,
now.
folks.
That's from bowling. I learned that one from bowling. Here we go now. Those are warm.
These are warm.
You are getting sleepy.
You want to torch it or no?
Yeah, you just hold it for a sec. I'll torch it.
What they're doing is just torching off any sharp edge that might be there from the punty. On the bottom. Away it goes. Into the annealing oven. 5 times the heat of your oven
Ooh,
at home.
tuck job.
Tucking it in. All right.
Nice
Jake,
work.
great job, man.
That was awesome.
Woo.
Great work, everybody.
Nice.
That was super tight.
Take
Thanks,
that from
dude.
you.
Let me close this door up, save our energy here.
All right, this is the time for questions. We'll do a quick walkthrough of the table while we get prepared for the next.
Yeah, and that piece just momentarily, guys, will go live. It'll be right up there next to the compote that I did earlier.
I don't know though, but are we going to take it to Jake's table at Thanksgiving?
Nope.
Why not?
Why
not?
Because turkey gravy can't go in that.
I know, but the
We're going to the
could.
Red Wings game tomorrow night, and we're getting a Zamboni turkey boat for our gravy. They're giving them away as the gift, and we're getting them, you guys. A Zamboni gravy boat.
All right, Amy did it before, so she might be able to do it again. The contest tonight is what is your favorite snow activity? And you get entered to win. Here's last week's giveaway. If you watched the show last week, this tasty little snowman was made. Someone special is going to win this tonight. So this is a great time to hop on your email and put eNews at Glass Academy. Tell us your favorite snow activity. If you're new to the show, we do this once a week. Here are all our social channels. You can follow us. Like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost a thing. And tonight it's show 243. So there they are getting ready for their next piece. They're reading the to-do list of what it is. This is a custom order. The job of the assistant is to keep the bench organized so that when the master glassblower sits down, all the tools are good and ready to go. All right, this is what they were looking at. It's a forged piece of metal. The person who commissioned this would like it to look similar to these 3 items mixed together in a mug. And considering it's a drinkware themed show, even though we have snowmen for sale, I think they prepped all the color. black, that's gray, that's actually purple, white. See that little speck of something? That's when people are like, oh, I love your snowman, but he's got a dot of color on him. So the rule is you can't go from any color to white. You have to just go virgin glass to white, or only white after a reheat. You can't double dip or you get spots in it.
No double dipping, folks, and I know it's a nice favorite pastime of many of you guys out there, taking a chip and biting into it and then dipping in the bowl again. It's a favorite pastime of mine. But no, you can't do that with glass because you'll contaminate the color and it's way too expensive. But this is a custom order for Jessica. Jessica was here at our Evolution event, which if we kind of peek over the edge here, we could show them their space, the space of where we just had our amazing Thanksgiving staff dinner last night. It was so fun. Everyone brought a dish. We had a plant swap. We gave away some products to everybody. We did a little white elephant, 2 white elephants, and it was a really, really good time. But Jessica was here for the event that was supporting the creation and the progress of our bar and event space that's going to be coming in 2024. You guys have been hearing the progress about that this whole time, and we're planning on breaking ground in January on the bar section. We're going to start working on bathrooms and everything else here pretty soon. But she won a free custom mug, and she sent in some colors. She sent in those 3 pictures, and she said, this is what I want. And so Chris and I are going to kind of switch back and forth on this one a little bit. The body's going to be crackled. We're going to use a deep gray undertone and then encase it in a light recycle. So it kind of takes that gray and adds a bluey haze to it, and then do the crackle on top of that. And the crackle always looks best with clear or with recycled glass straight out of the furnace. So that's going to give it the great texture, the color that she wants, a classic size mug, and then Chris is going to take over and do this super sweet, super metal-like, metallic, forged handle on the side of it.
So this is a combo, you and Jay, or you and
This
Chris.
is Super Glass Academy combo, as we do every single time. Many hands, many objectives.
While you're getting started on that, Jake, I'm just going to go through and answer some questions in the comments on Facebook side of things.
Do it.
John asked, what's with the green tape on the tools? That is just so we can keep our brains organized. We have 3 sets of tools for 3 different occasions. We've got the main shop tools, we've got the Ren Fair specials, and then we got the International Mobile Unit tool section as well. So they all get different color tape on it so that we know what is what.
Cool. What other questions do we have, you guys? This is the perfect time.
This is a question, I think I know the answer to this. John asked also, are you going to make Thanksgiving dinner in the annealer this year? We just had a little staff party last night, and we cooked a good portion of that food right in the annealer.
Heck yeah.
We did have some butternut squash going in there big time, and Chris put his famous
Mac
from
and cheese.
down home super secret. You got a name for it or what?
Yeah, Chris's world famous mac and cheese.
Oh, that's a classic.
How is it world famous?
Because he said so.
Because everybody in the world loves it.
That's my exact same pitch with my truffles.
I mean,
Oh,
your
Oliver's truffles.
Oliver made some truffles last night.
Son of a gun.
It is. They were good, guys.
It was amazing. Not only do we have a really awesome artistic and creative environment here, but not only does the whole staff know how to enjoy artwork, they could all cook too. And we had just a ridiculous meal. Everyone contributed, and it was really cool.
Those sodas I brought, it took me so long to make them.
Michelle sat in line to buy those for like 5 minutes.
I mean, that's really the toughest job is going to the store this time of year right now.
It actually is. I had an eye appointment at Costco at 10 o'clock. I pulled up and there were like hundreds of people in line. I was like, what just happened?
And you just walked past them all, right?
Well, yeah, the appointment was at 10. Like, I
You
was
had
I
an
had to
appointment.
go.
None of them had an appointment, but you
Exactly.
had an appointment.
Like, the whole eyeglass place would be behind schedule if I waited in that line.
You skipped your place in line for them.
Needless
I like
to
that.
say,
Yeah, I did that
the
for you.
optometrist was amazing. She was the sweetest person I have ever met. She answered all my eye questions. I am thrilled.
Well, Mrs.
Ah.
Optometrist from Costco, if you're out there, thanks.
I have a question. How many of the people out there and in this room's dentists pull out a mirror and show them what they're doing and what they're talking about? Like, this is like they show you examples of
No,
your
now
teeth
they
and
just
what
take
they're
pictures,
testing.
And then they put it on the TV in front of me and show me the pictures after. They got a
Ah.
little camera on a scope. That was pretty cool. I
That
also
is
went
pretty
to the
cool.
dentist last week.
My dentist gave me virtual reality glasses, and then I went right in my
That's
own
gross.
mouth
That's gross.
while he was working
Like
on
the
them.
magic school bus?
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier today.
Yes. So I just hung out there, sat on my good molar on the left side as he was working my right side, and saw it from right there.
Chris, why didn't you tell us your dentist was Miss Frizzle? Why are we just learning about this now?
Oliver and I-
dentist is from HR Puffin stuff.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Jay has nothing to say. He's just talking away.
That just ties into so much of what Jake and I were dealing with earlier today.
We were hoping, we literally said to each other, and I was thinking it, and Oliver said it out loud. He was like, you know what I really wish we could do right now? You remember that one show when we were growing up, the Magic School Bus? And I was like, dude, I was literally thinking the exact same thing. We were snaking a drain that built up with like 15 years of glass residue on it. And it was tough.
Did
We
you
just
guys
wanted to
get
get
it?
in there
Did you get
and
it
see.
snaked out?
No.
We snaked the heck out of it, but it's still putting up a fight.
Well, I mean, you need to snake it and rinse it. Snake it and rinse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like 3 days.
Going back over some YouTube comments here real quick, getting away from the Magic School Bus. Nicole said that her snow person arrived in the mail yesterday. It's beautiful, thank you.
Nice.
What happened? What'd she get?
Nicole got her snow person yesterday.
Yes.
She's loving it, so that's great to hear. I believe, let me make sure I'm not being a liar here real quick. Nicole's also watching the show today with her mom. Mom's becoming an addict just like her, so...
Are those the Mifflins?
Not the Mifflins.
A different Nicole.
Different Nicole.
Dad, would you toss this in the old bucket?
Yeah.
And now, Chris,
Yes?
you got to bear with me here because I don't know anything about hockey.
Yep.
But Steve says to you to get to the game early to make sure you get your Zamboni gravy boat giveaway.
Thank you, Steve. We
Yeah,
do-
I'm going to, for sure. We were just talking about that, our Zamboni,
Gravy bucket.
gravy boat for sure. And then on Sunday's game, we're going to get the Red Wings knit Carhartt hat.
What?
Ooh.
Yep, on Sunday.
That one sounds like a good one.
Wait a second. So tomorrow we're going to Johnny Noodle King
Yep.
before the game. Lucy's in town. It's a family affair. It's been a hot minute since I've been to a Red Wings game.
And
Now that
we
you
will
guys
get-
have our whole itinerary, you want to let me give them our production schedule for tomorrow here?
Well, no,
Guys, I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll have Sunday, Monday off, and I'll be back on Tuesday.
you guys, we are going to be getting 4 Red Wing Zamboni gravy boats tomorrow night.
Maybe that
Should
will
we?
be
So
my
we might
giveaway.
put one on the featured item shelf for our next show. and
I
let
think it should
somebody
be the
buy it.
giveaway.
Well, I don't
I
know.
will
It's
give mine
rare.
up. I will give mine up as the giveaway.
You will?
Well, I'll give mine up for like number 4 on the feature item shelf to be sold because I don't want to be giving mine away. It's
They got like
valuable.
$120 value, don't they?
No, more than that.
They're made out of, like, platinum.
They hold 4 gallons of gravy. That's how big they
I
are.
said a
They hold
gravy
4
bucket.
gallons of gravy.
Yeah, you realize you got to carry that the whole game with you in your
Yeah,
lap?
that's tough.
that you're fibbing right now.
No.
Yeah. I just want to mention Amy's never sat through a whole one of these shows, and she is just like, what has happened?
Jeez.
Well,
Jessica.
It's 7:30.
I was going to say the second hour in.
The second hour, things get a little loosey-goosey.
I'm crackling the piece right now.
Yeah, is that what you're doing? I thought you were just making some steam.
I'm dunking it in water.
Why do you think Jake got that tattoo on his rear that says Crackle Master.
Can we have a break? No.
Nobody knows about the tattoo on my rear.
All right. And here we are.
Everyone's quiet,
Anyway,
and
here we are.
Michelle's here.
You guys are insane. Bangkok 96 for dinner. If you guys ever come into this town, Vera is amazing. She makes incredible food. She's known all over the country for her Thai food. She did a frozen food line, and her food
What's
is so
everyone's
good.
favorite ethnicity? Could we even, Amy, do you have any way of
I think you
handling
need to say
the polls
ethnicity
on there?
of food.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
You need to add
Too late
of
now.
food to what you said.
Oh. Can you work the Facebook polls on there? Can I get some air?
Can you-
What do you need?
A little bit of air.
Yes, we can for sure ask people what type of favorite
Hello?
food style they have. Do they like pierogies, or is it Mexican, Chinese?
Good.
We had Thai food
Tall
for
and
dinner.
narrow's nice.
Okay.
Italian. All right, swinging the pipe stretches the glass
Hello?
out, so now it's longer. When we make these custom orders, we do ask the customer how many ounces they want it, how big they want it.
Good. She said regular.
What'd you say?
Regular.
She said regular size.
So that's like
this one here is
128
getting pretty
ounces?
big.
128.
It's looking great, though. I love the crackle technique.
I kind of want to dunk it one more time for bonus.
It's pretty thick.
It's a
but
little
make
bit
sure it's
risky,
hot.
but I'm going to do it. I want to get that real, like, icy crackle look like our ice snowmen have. This one's more of like I crackled it earlier and then blew it out. But that might do it.
Carrie and Jody, I agree with you so much on favorite type of food. I love Asian cuisine. I love sushi. If I could have sushi every single day,
Oh, my God.
man,
It propels me to make more money in life, the thought of
Just-
eating sushi every day.
yeah, that's what I live for. Is just all you can eat sushi.
Yeah. You just switch the type of fish each day and you're probably good to go.
Yeah, I feel like sushi every day. You'll live to be 1,000.
Yeah.
Have you
You know
ever
what?
bought unagi and
Cap
just made a great meal and had a giant fillet of eel?
No, I have not.
Oh boy, that's good.
Oh.
I do want to say it is Thanksgiving, and
Thank
I want
you.
to be thankful for Lucy, who brought us home a bunch of food from her farm. I did notice the food bank in town on my way in had a nice long line in front of it. And so I want to be very
What?
grateful and thankful for the food in our
Black?
life, and that we do have food on the table.
I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but Lucy's not so eager to jump in front of the camera. But if you guys do remember her, she said hello and she got the heck out of here, but she's a champion.
Where's she at?
Jake's house.
She went to my place.
They
I
were
thought she
supposed to
was-
go to a concert tonight, so they had the whole
Go
night set
go
up.
with recycle for the black.
All right, are you doing a foot on this?
We're gonna put the foo straight on here, and then if you want to go right behind him, Oliver, if you're somewhat up to date on the comments, unless you got a few you got to go on.
No, I am ready to go. You just let me know what you need. There's a lot of people saying they don't like sushi out there.
Really?
I'm just gonna try and be very polite.
They're still good people, I swear.
I will take your word for that.
That's
You
like
just
when someone
wanna-
tells
want
me they don't like
coming up
shopping
with
at
a-
Aldi's.
You want me coming up with a punty?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
All right, Chris.
Did you say
is-
it's the same thing as people don't like shopping at Aldi?
Yeah,
Man, that's
I guess that's you, isn't it, Oliver?
You got me. You got me, Jake.
Oliver just told me he has beef with Aldi's the other day.
He what?
He has beef with Aldi's
Why?
because
I
they
was
didn't
so
have any
mad the
beef
other
there or
day I
something.
went there.
They were out of like one thing.
Ready?
I'm ready. Isn't that right, Oliver?
That is right.
He was like,
I don't
I
even
need.
remember what I was trying to make at home. I was trying to get a dinner done before
He was looking
Kayla
for
got
like an
home.
exotic spice you can only find in like the Middle East.
In Germany?
Yeah. All right, squish. Do you even remember what that spice was called, Oliver?
What was the spice you were looking for?
I think it was. I was just looking for like sweetened condensed milk or something. Like,
Condensed
Aldi's
milk.
Isn't a baking shop.
well, they got all sorts of milks, just not sweet and condensed. I couldn't find cream cheese.
Sweet
I couldn't.
condensed milk comes in a can.
I looked for
In
cans.
the baking section, pal.
This is like a four. Man, I'm getting distracted here. You guys are getting me worked up about this
you
Aldi story.
tagged
I'm
the
getting
door.
refrazzled.
He's getting agitated, folks. You can leave it right on there.
Yeah, that's just beauty.
Some
It's a
extra
beauty
love.
mark.
I want to jump up, but they're so discombobulated right now. I don't know where to stand.
We're discombobulated?
Yeah, like you guys are all over the place. So I'm like, I'm not walking in the middle of that action.
We're just staying nice and focused. The texture on this turned out incredible. So did the color. That deep, beautiful, kind of like gray.
Shark gray.
Shark
Gray is
gray.
not a
Or
color.
maybe it might even be like, not to bring up some crazy old thoughts, but some manatee gray.
What is going on in the show right now?
What? I mean, I don't know anything about manatees. Do you, Oliver?
In the last 2.5 minutes, it feels like I stepped into a nightmare.
You did.
Oh, brother.
If anybody remembers what happened with Oliver and a manatee, please put it in the live chat. Am I putting a lip wrap on this, Jake? Might look nice.
Let's take a look. Jessica, speak now or forever hold your
Lip wrap.
lip wrap. You want a
Jessica's
black
probably
matching
like-
lip wrap?
Jessica's probably thinking like, why did I let these whack jobs work on this piece? But you gotta understand, Jessica, this is the best energy.
This is the way.
This is gonna be how the piece comes together, and it's got some good karma in it.
All these energy is going right into your piece, as well as this murky bucket water. It's actually crystal clear, beautiful water. It's making
just
me
filled it
thirsty.
up.
Yeah, it looks really good, dude.
Well, no wonder it's such a tall piece. Jake's got the super jacks. I'll take a paddle, Oliver.
Oh, would you look at that? Doing it in 1 or 2 heats is actually pretty crucial because the more you reheat that top part, the more
Can I
you
give it a
lose
little
that crackle.
Fermi look?
I think that would be acceptable. She wanted it classic,
Oh, that's classic.
so not too radical. Folks, I don't think we've been pulling them from the table, but again, I
Or we'll
want
go
to point
Stein.
out
We'll go straight
the
classic
personality on
Who's making
each of
the
these
handle?
guys. This is the
Me.
melting one, number
So
8.
then
Look at
why are
him.
you opening it?
Because I'm putting the handle on.
Fluffy hat special. Number 10 with the muffs. Our giveaway for today. There's some beauties. This guy's super classic.
That's our boy.
And this is the only one with snow right on his nose.
So Oliver's babysitting?
You're Jake. Oliver's filming. Jake's making the handle. I'm putting it on.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Everyone ready? All right.
This
Is
is going to
the
be a
stamp
pretty
on
cool
there?
riveted special.
Not yet, but
Stamp
we'll
will go
put a
on
stamp
after
on
the
it.
handle.
All right. Just checking.
This is a beautiful looking shape, and the texture of the crackle is looking good. Look at that, guys. Jake's making me a tasty silver black handle that's going to be squared up. Instead of an optic twist, it's going to be a squared up twist. It's going to give it that really nice forged blacksmith look. We're going to keep it real narrow, Jake.
Narrow. It's a beautiful shape.
Chris, what do you think about the challenge of making glass look like something that's distinctly not glass? Like right now, you're going for a very forged look. You've done a lot of sculptural pieces where you're trying to imitate leaves and such. Like what goes in your head when you're making a piece like that?
A lot of times I don't necessarily want to, because if I was going to make it so you couldn't even tell it was glass, I love glass so much I don't want to hide the fact that it's glass. And even the challenge of the glass not looking like glass doesn't really turn me on. I would use ceramics if I was going to use ceramics. This is different though.
You ready on this one?
I am ready, but I don't have a handle tool, but I guess I'll use...
All right, well, let's wait. I'll square it up one more time.
All right, square it up. Michelle, you grab me the handle tool out of the hand tool
Amy,
box
could you grab
over
it
here?
right there? It's a brass
Oh,
tool.
look at that. We don't have to run across the room anymore. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate your efforts.
That's a crispy square.
I like them crispy, folks. Just like my Peking duck.
You don't like Peking duck.
I do like Peking duck. What are you talking about?
I'll come over and delete it.
All right.
That-
May or may not have lost connection there for a second, but I'm feeling like we're back on.
That handle looks like it's forged steel, guys. I'm loving it.
Woo!
Look at that.
That's a really unique handle style.
Sorry
it's
about
cool.
that, folks.
Sometimes people think that's uncomfortable.
we got a
but
thumb
it's
bit?
Actually not.
We will have a thumb saddle on there, yep. Man, that looks really good. Oliver, you could bring it. I think it's going to just be clear. I just want to talk to the people and mention again that we did just upgrade our audio and our camera. So we got this high quality audio, high quality camera. Our app that holds everything together, we're still figuring it all out. And what's happened there twice now is that just the fact that we streamed so much filled up the video library, and it cut us out because we didn't have enough space.
Ooh, all good to know.
So we're learning as we go. I'm going to write that down on the manual of things to keep an eye on. And we're back and we're live, and we're going to show 244 next week.
We're going for a saddle, Jake, on this?
Yes. Maybe even just a watery one would probably look good. Doesn't necessarily need to be saddled. We'll make up for you guys missing the handle placement. We might even give you guys a nice old-fashioned Red Wings gravy pourer for the giveaway.
Well, you know what? If you follow us on other social platforms, I got it on the phone. So what that means is it will show up as small tidbits on other social. Doesn't mean you're going to see it, but when we do the video, the compilation video, we can put it in there.
And we've got some really cool changes coming to everything. We got a planned meeting coming up. Look at this. That's nice. We got a meeting coming up this next Tuesday, and we're going to plan out the new year and our social media plan, our VIP plan. We got some cool new additions coming up for you guys. Those are the folks that pay $4.99 a month. And look at that.
Ooh, it's like sparkly. It looks like it's glittery from here.
That's one heck of a giveaway. I mean, where else can you get something
not a
like that
giveaway.
for? Well, it's not a giveaway. I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. But she got it.
She won it.
She won it for
Oh,
being a part of our supporter event here at the studio. And we do give away a lot of glass. We got 10 minutes after this.
10
We
minutes
can
to
do
give
it.
away
We're going to
tonight.
put this puppy away, and we're going to get busy on a sweet giveaway.
A gravy
Okay.
boat.
I got an idea that I'd like to try.
You got 10 minutes to do it. Can it be made in 10 minutes?
Yes. Oliver's got the torch. Chris has got the claw.
Getting that nice and hot, taking off any sharp edges while Chris is preheating the claw. One little toucher-upper. And into the box it goes.
That piece is tight. Woo! I'm telling you.
That was a beauty.
That was nice.
Nice work, Jessica. That one's going to be available for pickup. We'll give you a call.
All right, 10 minutes. Here we go. Jake is making the giveaway.
Speed giveaway.
And you have plenty of time to answer the contest. E-Music Glass Academy, what is your favorite summer or winter activity, snow activity?
Snowshoeing, downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, sledding. What are some other activities?
Walking your dog, skiing, snowshoeing, horseback riding.
Horseback riding.
What's this all about now?
I've never rode a horse.
Snowmobiling is a nice winter activity. I don't know if I'd walking your dog, I guess, is pretty good in the winter. I mean, you do that in the summer and winter. We're kind of thinking things that, you could say driving your car, but it's like you can do that anytime.
Jessica,
we're talking winter sport activities.
Jessica and her husband let us know that they love the mug. Super cool.
They were both watching. Let's go.
What are you making for the giveaway, Jake?
I'm going to do a different style, I think, of bubble twister here and see if I can do it. I've never done it before. I'm just guessing as to how the technique is done.
It's kind of like a little black and tan glass. You really need somebody to blow while you're twisting this right now.
Please blow. Good. Stop. It didn't capture any air in there, so what's that all about?
I don't know.
Turn it into a footed shot glass?
Well, I don't think it captures air when you just do it that way because you got to gather over it to capture air. It'll do a double vessel, but you got to make sure if you're going to do that, which you might have time to do it again if you want to. You blow the bubble through the bottom so the bottom is totally hollow. Then you got to pinch it all the way up to where the boil's at.
All right.
But
now that that's figured out, let me check this out.
I'll make a little goblet out of that. It's perfect. Look
That's
at
what
it.
I'm saying.
Put a foot on it.
And make it like a tall shot glass.
A real tall shot glass.
I mean, what's the definition of a shot glass?
You got to be able to shoot with it.
Make it a spaghetti horn shot glass.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Have a great day.
All right, I'll do it.
No, I got to do it.
I'll do it now. There's only pipes left, and it's no big deal. Jake gave it up, folks.
Come on.
Children are fighting on the playground.
I'm going to take this seat right here.
I agree.
They're going to fight over who gets the gaff, and I'm claiming my spot as assistant.
This is a cool technique, you guys. The black and tan tumbler.
Are you saying black in tan or like black a tan?
Black and tan. Like black and tan. That
Just
old
like that.
town in South America, black and tan, Peru.
Right.
Is that another word from Venetia?
Super
black
nice.
and tan is what? It's stout? What is a black and tan?
It's a harp and Guinness.
Yeah, okay. It's been a hot minute since I've had one of those.
Look at this move. Watch out for the shadow. Nice.
It's a hoof.
No air for the bubble topper cupper, huh?
Go hard. Good. Stop. Blow.
Better get one more pipe up here.
Good.
Well, do you need me to make the final one?
I'll just put a neck on this and you can put a foot on it. Why? What's the matter with this one?
Yeah, that's...
What if you did it halfway down the bubble, not all the way up to the pipe?
That's
because
what...
you pour the two different beers on the side, and when you drink it, they come out at the same time.
Ah.
Blow, Oliver.
It's totally...
Keep going.
Where it's supposed to be.
Good.
Yeah, Jake.
Come on now. Jake's like, I just want in. Let me in.
You
let
could
me
do
in.
it. Do another one.
No, we'll save
Nope,
it.
7 minutes.
Jake, we can do exclusively these tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Don't need to worry about the orders.
My boss said it was fine.
Blow. Good.
Nice. It's cool.
I kind of feel like there is an opening at the top.
Yeah, there is.
How about just a hot foot and you can make it right into a punty, Jake? Make it quick. Like a little Venetian foot.
Oliver secured the assistant role here.
Oliver.
You did say.
What was
You just better go
that?
man those comments, Jake.
I know.
All right, so bring me a nice, a decent sized one.
I was going to say, it's really cool seeing some unfamiliar names and faces on the show here.
Smaller than like a mug foot, though.
Yeah.
And you know, decent size needs a little more description. Size of a ping pong ball, small.
Let's do it
orange.
before my piece blows up.
You can flash it.
Such a
I don't wanna
kind
flash
guy.
I could flash it
Here
like
comes
6
a
times.
decent size gather, as interpreted.
It's pretty
by
decent.
Oliver.
I won't be putting that on like a
Decent.
like an Avolio.
Well, you said
Let it run on the back of the pipe. And then I want to use all the excess, come on over here, all the glass that's left for a punty. Flip. Because you got just the right amount, Oliver.
Thanks, Chris.
There you go.
Thank
Make a
good-
punty out of that.
Thank goodness Jake's man in the comments.
Jake, will you give me a paddle, Jake?
What is
Well, he's
going
taking
on?
care of his mess over
we
here.
don't know what's going
Come
on.
on.
I'm paddling.
That's good. It's fine. This will be the really cool foot for whoever's getting it for free.
This makes everyone want to enter the contest. They're all clamoring. The e-news is filling up with all the entries as we speak.
Yeah.
E-news at glassacademy.com. Tonight's question is, what is your favorite snow activity? You give us a comment. You get entered to win. We have this great
Marvin. It
system.
doesn't matter what it looks
Wheel
like.
of names. Put everyone's name in there. Hit the button. It makes a special sound like you're spinning a wheel. And suddenly we have a winner. And we announce you next week on the show.
We are looking to get the wheel of shenanigans back in
You
Hall.
know what? We didn't do any housekeeping. We have last week's winner. You want to go pull the name?
Where is all the information for that?
Amy's got it on the clipboard. Donna pulled the name, and the snowman is on the table. That is this week's winner. The question was, what was the best Jake-ism? Those are made up words by Jake or family or whoever. And we got a winner. Apparently Jake knows who it is.
That's right, Dana. I have the winner. I have the snow person.
Did Donna give the list of all the strange Jake-isms?
Nope, I don't have. It might be around here.
It might be on the clipboard or not.
Burn yourself?
Congratulations,
Yeah.
You did?
Ruth.
Where?
What?
Ruth Vineyard, or could be
no.
Vineyard.
Won this tasty snowman. Ruth, look for
Look
an
at that
email.
hat.
Thursday, I believe Donna's not in this week, but we'll get that out to you. Thursday is not a day we're working. so
That's a
look for
big
that email
old
on
2-bumper,
Friday.
too.
On Friday, we will give you an email on the next steps to claim your prize. If it's local, you can come pick it up. If you are not local, we will ship it to you if you pay shipping.
Here's a couple answers to the Jake-isms from last week. So many neat things about your family. Perps is pretty cool. You guys, perps is not my lingo. I mean, it is my lingo, but it didn't come from me. It came from many times before me in this studio. Louie and Chris and Adam and all the other lingo people that grew up in the glass shop. That's a long-running color tonology. Another one, Jake often says, it's a beautiful thing. That's true, I do say this. Another good one, sugarlicious,
Good.
slugalicious. Those are some classic hitters.
Something with
Isms.
something with
isms.
delicious
Alright.
at the end of it.
A GA stamp?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a beautiful one. Someone's going to love this puppy. The
It's
winner,
a sweetie.
the winter sports activity winner.
Clear glass is pretty darn cool too, folks. It's really nice. We got a beautiful pot in there, and actually our furnace is shut off twice today for some reason. I came in this morning and they were pretty low. Not low enough, they still had their core heat, but it kind of gave a really nice squeeze to the tank and got rid of all the bubbles when you let it get really cold and you bring it back up in temperature. So this is some really crystal clear glass we got going on right now.
So that's kind of nice. It was an accidental squeeze, but the result was really nice glass.
Precisely.
You might want to think about squeezing it.
I'll squeeze it.
You know what else a holiday reminds me of? If you guys are like cleaning your house out, holiday is not the day to go dump all your trash in other people's dumpsters. Every time we came back from a holiday, we'd find the dumpster full.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they think everyone's gone, no one's going to be watching the dumpster. But the reality is we never watch the dumpster.
No.
You
We
got that,
always
everybody?
watch the dumpster. Do
Bring your
not
trash
fill
by.
our dumpster. We pay per dump load. I do not want to pay $125 because you had some trash
Well,
and saw our dumpster.
the cool thing is we don't even really dump any glass in there because we recycle so much of it. And I've talked about that a million times. I've been to multiple different shops that yearly you take a big load to the dump, and that's just kind of the way it works. And that's the way it works. And when it works that way, that's the way it works.
Words of wisdom.
We are so deep here. Like, people must think this shows us being like, this place is so wise.
All right.
I learned so much from them. All
They
right.
learn how it works.
I know, I'm just teasing. Here's all the goodies from tonight's show.
Oh man, it's looking tasty in
You want to see
there.
the finished pieces after they're cool? We do an annealer reveal. It is going to be live on Thanksgiving because we can schedule it.
All right. All right.
You can do the annealer reveal. Tell your friends and family about it.
We got all kinds of signature candy canes in the box. So you guys, if you haven't put your signature cane order in yet, or you haven't received yours in the mail, they should be coming really soon here, as well as our signature ornaments, which we debuted last week. We'll probably have to have them on the next week's show so you guys can start to see what our signature products are, because they're amazing this year.
Did you do the giveaway from last week?
Yeah.
Did it.
Nice.
Ruth.
He's gonna run the end credits. I want to thank all of you for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
We appreciate you all. We're super thankful for you, and hope you guys have an amazing, thankful, powerful.
Ooh, look at that. Thank you for watching. Oliver's waving in the background.